game as well. We want to finish the trip off right, but just our mental focus, our passion, guys just competing at the highest level and doing it for one another.
Darvin, I know we've talked about trying to, see the big picture, and not live and die with the highs and the lows of stuff. You guys are about to have to make big picture decisions. The trade deadline on Thursday. What did this road trip tell you, and anything about what you have currently? Does any of the other information that you've gotten, whether it be Vanderbilt's injury or any of these different things, do you think that alters kind of how you guys approach things Thursday?
Well, I just think, a lot of that stuff is beyond our control in terms of playing the what-if game. What if guys were healthy? What if you had this person on your team instead of that person? I've been saying it all year. We've been inconsistent, but what we have in our locker room currently, we feel like can really compete at a high level. And when we're right, and being right means we're defensive focused, we're organized offensively, and everybody to a man and collectively is competing. Just nothing else. Not worrying about mistakes, not worrying about touches, not worrying about, rotations. It's just worrying about doing my part to get a win. And I think we've seen that over the last 3 games, and saw it in Golden State Saturday double overtime game. When we play at that level, we have more than enough in our locker room. And obviously, it's just a fact. You can't get your feelings involved. It's just a fact, and the nature of the business is to try to get better, win, and if you can. That's just it. It's the business of basketball. But as far as where we are now, what we were able to do to finish out this trip, there's no doubt in my mind that we got pieces that will do great things for us and play at a high level for us.
So tough times make tough people is a cliche, but cliches become cliches because they hold conventional wisdom. How confident are you that what you've been through as a team have made you guys better for it? And is there any concern that the tough times could be a symptom of what you guys are as a group, and just you don't have everything together as a group?
I mean, that's a great question, Dave. The biggest thing is a lot of our tough times were injuries, and are injuries. And, Vando, him being out, then back in, and now out again. Gabe, someone who we thought would be a pillar within our rotation, 5 games. Cam, in and out. Rui had been in and out. Trying to manage Bron and A, based on their wear and tear, and those guys have an active injury. So, I mean, it's been tough to develop continuity and cohesiveness. But again, I think the beautiful thing that Vando did, the way he played in Boston before he went down, and the way he had been playing, is a representation of how we want to approach each and every game and approach our business as a culture. Just going all out and laying it all on the line, trying to be successful. And I think the guys saw that. We highlighted it in film. We can't control who's available, who's this, who's that, and it is what it is. That's going to take care of itself. But what we can control is how when we wake up, blessed enough to God to have air in our bodies, and we come to work, and we have to come ready to be the best versions of ourselves and not block out all the noise, whatever's saying what. And it's not fantasy basketball. The only thing you have is the reality that you're in the midst of. With your teammates, your coaches, that group right there is just currently constructed. All we can do is try to extract the most positive production that we can out of this group until further notice.
Last 2.
Darvin, Rui had a couple of deep seals and post-ups against smaller defenders, also had that key offensive rebound late. What have you seen since he's become a starter over the last couple of games, and just the collective size and physicality of that front line of him, LeBron, and AD?
He knows he has to do a little bit of everything, the little things, be a better rebounder, be a better defender. Those guys are going to look for him, so he's going to get opportunities everywhere, opportunities to post, quick seals, as you mentioned, play pick and rolls, the screener. catch and shoot threes. There's times where the clock is going down and maybe something we wanted to run is falling apart. He can go get us a bucket or get a foul or all three, or both, I should say. He's just, his versatility comes through, and they know how to exploit his versatility. Both Bron, AD, D'Lo, AR. So it's a great group. The numbers reflect it. You know how well he does, especially with those two beside him. Those two being Bron and AD. And he's learning and he's flourishing.
Last question.
AD with the processing of some of these passes just seems like he's doing it in a way he just didn't earlier in the season. Just what have you seen from him, I guess, behind the scenes to get to this level as a playmaker?
Watching the film, talking to his teammates, talking to his coaches. Again, just studying the game, being a student of the game. Watching film, see how people are double teaming him, the different schemes, whether they're blitzing from the nail, blitzing on catch, blitzing on dribble, on pass, I should say, or on dribble, doubling from the baseline. He's seen just about everything. And so just the film study, the breakdowns we go through, him being vocal, him being communicative in terms of what he's seeing and where he needs guys to be positioned so he can make the right reads. He's been doing all of the homework he needs to do, and so that's why you see the type of results you're getting, the positive results that we're all benefiting from.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.